Hello everyone. Today we are going to cover iterations in Python. So First of all, in iterations, the topic comes to us is updating a variable, right? So I'll just open my terminal here over and I'll make it big so that you all can see it. I think it would be visible. So I'm going to open my Python 3 command prompt and you can just follow me in Windows or Linux or MacOS because in Windows there is the start logo over here in this corner. So there, when you right click, you can open command line, or I think it is called command prompt, something like that. So you can open it and you can type in Python 3 over there. And if you are having Linux, then I think you are yourself a professional programmer and you don't need to just follow the steps along. Okay, so, and yeah, I don't think Linux users would be watching this video because Linux, they are professionals, Linux users. Okay, so just let me start something. Okay, so I suppose I'm taking x is equal to x plus 1. So you will be thinking here that take it will add the value of x, but here what will come? Here a trace back will come because we have not defined the x value. So first of all, let us define the x value. X is equal to 0, or you can put it n n capital, and now I can put in x is equal to x plus 1. And now when I'll print, okay, print x, then it will come 1. So like it is updating the value of variable, and I had already taught you guys that you can just change it like this, just make it a 5 and then print x directly. But this can be used in, like, suppose I had made a program in which I say um, in which I say um, print, in which I'm printing x. Actually it is terminal, so I can't write more code or else it will automatically turn. So suppose I'm writing it with an input statement. So there it can be used like I'm taking an input from the user and then we can put the input directly in there. Okay, and now let's come into some main parts of iteration like the while statement. So the computers are often used to automate um, repetitive tasks, and repeating computers repeat better than us human beings. So iteration is so common that Python provides several language features to make it easier. Um, the iteration and while statement and all. So just let us just make a drag race countdown code. So like I guess that you might had seen a drag race, and in it there is a countdown like 3, 2, 1, go on the screen. So we are going to make that. So let's make it. So I'm just going to give a value n is equal to 5. Okay, now here will come a while n, and in this is a statement that n should um, n is great while n is greater than 0. I'll start it from here and go with print n. Oh, why did I name? Okay, print n. Okay, so usually the drag race countdown is from 3, okay. So I'll just put in 3. So it's not so useful putting a variable in, but still, okay. Now I kept in this command also. I think I messed up, so I'll just take a trace back over here. I'll put the value of n is equal to 3 again. Because we car enthusiasts, we don't do mess. We don't mess with the countdown, right? And now just going over the statement again, and I'm going to print n. And now I'm going to go with n is equal to n minus 1. So basically what it will do is it will take the value from this 3, and this 3 is greater than 0, so it will take this value from 3, and it will print the value 3, and then it will subtract the 3 by 1, and now it will become 2. Then it will run again, and then it will be like, okay, so now your value is 2 and it is still greater than 0, and I'm going to print it again, and I'm going to subtract 1 again from here, and now we'll go back again into this, and now we are having a value of 2 is done, 3 is done, and now we're having 1, and 1 is still greater than 0, and so it will go again, it will print 1, and it will subtract again, and now it is 0, so the condition will not run again because the number should be greater than 0. Okay, so it will work like this. I'll just end my loop over here, and it will say 3 2 1, right? So a nice way, like, it works. Nothing much complicated, some basic Python looping and all. It is quite useful. And we could had made another thing in here. Shall I copy it or what? While I'll put a tab in here, print and -1, and here I'm going to go and print. I'll put it in strings. I'll be like, go, like, suppose the green light went on, like that. So, oh yeah, forgot that I am using terminal. So I need to print. I need to come out of this loop, but when I'll come out of this loop, this 3 to 1 would be already printed. So there is no use of printing loop. But if I'll open my atom text editor over here, where is it? Don't worry, I'll show you guys what I meant to do, because there's not a lot of things that you can do with terminal. So yeah, intro. So this is my intro program. I just edit it again and again, right? So what I'll do is I'll just copy these things, because we programmers, we are lazy, the most lazy people in the world. Yeah, and now need to do some extra work to bring it down over here. Put a tab there, put a tab there. Oh, a lot of work. And I'll just break this loop, and I'm going to print go like this. Well, it looks green. So it looks nice, kind of. Course 3, and so I'll just run it in there. So I'll just quit from my Python command, and now I'll just do cd. cd is used for opening files, if you don't know, and I think for Linux also cd is used, but for Windows I think they use pwd or something like that. you can just check the commands in on the internet. You can just Google in basic command prompt line commands, and you can get it. So cd, I'm going to go in my downloads and going to open my folder course 3m and going to python 3. Which program was it? Intro, right? Yeah. And what did it say? Huh. An intended block. Just let me erase that and I'll run that again. Yeah, so 3 2 1 go. So that's what I meant to do. And you know what, if you're using a Windows, then you can just directly type in intro.py. I think that also works. A bit of a typing relief for the programmer, right? But in Python there is already a lot of relief. Okay, so coming on the next type of loops, we have infinite loops. So these are an endless source of arguments for programs, um, and it is in the observation that the um, like it is used for repeating things again and again till the statement is true. Okay, so what example can I tell you about this? Um, suppose well, let me. I think I'll just delete this and I'll put in while. Okay, I just put it in the wrong condition. I don't want pass, so I'll put in while true. I'm going to just print n. So what this will do is, let's python 3. Okay, I just messed up over here. Yeah, so it's in an infinite loop and it's just showing 333. You can see my cursor going up. I'll just bring it down. You know what, I'll just open a new shell because I totally destroyed it. Or shall I type in quit real fast? I don't think my typing speed is that fast. Let me just, I'll just remove this loop from here and I'll save it. It's still running and I need a new window. I need to terminate it. Yay, so we have a new window with us and I'll just zoom into it. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so now let me give you a nice example. Okay, so suppose we have n is equal to 10, right? And we are going to type in a command while true. Thanks, text editors, they make us people more lazy. So I'm just going to type in print n. So here it will print 10. And now here I'm going to use and is equal to, and yeah, I think this is fine. And now I'm going to put in n is equal to n minus 1. Now this is going to exit and just going to print in the strings. Done. Yep. And I'll just open my downloads and open my folder and just run python. Oh, python 4. It has not been introduced. Daiwik ship introduced python 4. And this is what we are having, some beautiful code. Well, you know what, you can just make it a full screen and you can be just like typing and showing everyone your skills. So just, you know what, it's stuck in a while loop. And just I'll pause here for a second. Like, see, It is stuck. It is stuck in a while loop. Okay, the values are stuck. They are decreasing gradually, right? Yep, they are decreasing gradually because we are decreasing minus 1. See the speed of this loop. We came from 10 to I don't know what number is it. Within I say milliseconds, right? I'll just shorten it up and and just go to the top. So here this all started 10 9 8 7 6 5 and here comes 0. But it did not stop because we are in a while loop. And see, I'm using a MacBook Pro right now, and due to these commands, only due to this terminal command, which has an infinite loop in it, I'll just make you guys listen the noise which it is producing. And you know what? If somehow I could make you feel the heat which it was reducing, like it is releasing, then you will be shocked. So you know what? Now what? I need to open another terminal and I need to terminate it again because we are the boys of science and we love doing experiments and making our computers overheat, right? Okay, so I'll now this time I'm just going to um, improve the statement, or you can say just make another code. I'll put in a while true and just going to put in a line over here. Okay, so this is a variable and I'm just going to put an input over here and I'm going to use prompt and greater than, well, you know, it's like we are using some command. Okay, and now if line is equal to done, then break. I hope that you already know what is the use of break. It is used to break the code and break the statement of while true. So we're just going to come out of the statement of while true and come into our initial line. And if it is not true, then we are just going to print that line. And I'm going to exit from here and I'm just going to print done. Okay, I'll just put some exclamations mark. Yeah. So here we are having this command. So here we have a while true, and we had made a line, and we'll put in a command. So suppose I type in Daiwik, and then it will say that Daiwik is not equal to done. So it will just skip it, and it will move oops, to the print statement. And in the print statement, it will be like whoa. So we know that our line that we got is Daiwik. So it will just print it and we'll go again and again and again and again and again and again and again in the statement until and unless we type in a done. So I'll just copy it because I'm in the category of lazy people. So I'm just going to go with downloads cd course 3 and python 3 intro.py, and here I'm going to type in Daiwik codes, and it says Daiwik codes, and I'm going to type in Daiwik. It says Daiwik, and I'll say hello world. Fast typing. Hello world. It will say hello world. If I'll say you are great, then it will say you are great. Or let me just type it in the correct way, right? You are great with exclamation marks. now just I came out of curiosity that what will happen if I'll just put an emoji in here. So I'll just put this emoji and this emoji in here and I'll cut it and now I'll run it. Okay, these emojis also got copied. Something colorful in the terminal, right? And now I'll just type in done and we are done. That break out of the loop. So that's how you break out of the loop, okay? Of the infinite loop, or else you'll just heat up your computer massively. Okay, so now let's move with finishing iterations with a continue statement. So it is also useful in some places like where you can use continue statement. Mm, so an example for this is I'll just erase this and put a hash over here. Okay, suppose that you are making a comment, like suppose you are typing and you just want to comment it out but you don't want anyone to see it, so we are just going to use that, and here instead of break I'm just going to type in continue. Oh, wrong spelling. Continue, and here I'm just going to start with another if statement. If line is equal to done, and that should have been in columns, and then we'll just break it. Yeah, seems fine to me. I'll just type in python 3.py. I'll type in the I'll type in hashtag stack u I type. So suppose this type I made an error, okay? I did not want to type u. So here in the when I'll run it, then it will say wait a minute, I made a mistake over here. Input and line input. Oh yeah. I forgot to leave. I forgot to put in the condition, right? So we are just going to avoid the first sentence. This is the first sentence. I'm just going to first finish it, right? Yeah. So first we are going to avoid this first sentence, okay? Actually, in Python, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This like it is not counted like 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is we are also counting this. It is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. But we are starting a command from here, so it will be 0, 1, 2. So I'll just type in python 3 into.py and I'll put a hash. I forgot to put the hash, so I'll just type in UI type, and now it is not printed. Why? Why? Because we had put a hash in here. And suppose I'll just take it and I'll make it 2, and here I will make it U, and I'll copy it and I'll just come over from here. I'll just save it and python 3.py I'm going to type in here, and here also it is not printed. Why? Because I changed this statement to second word should, if second word is U, then you will not print it, you'll just continue. if it is if it's you, then you'll just continue, you'll just break out, okay? So it did not print that because here the first 0, this is 1. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, spaces are also counted. 1, sorry, this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So like this it is counted, okay? So I'll just complete this statement, and now like these can also be used somewhere But now let's come to the looping command which is going to be used the most. First of all, I forgot to tell you where. Okay, yeah, I just crossed the terminal window, but the while and while true, they are also going to be used a lot. But we mostly use the statement for. So suppose I have a statement for. No, just let me define a variable. So I'll type in x is equal to, and I'll just make a dictionary here, and I expect you to know what is a dictionary. If you don't know, then you can see this video over here, a basic Python. So in the dictionary I'm just going to name maths, English, and okay, English. My English teacher would not be happy by seeing my English spelling. And I'll just type in Python. Suppose that Python is a subject, right? And now I'm going to go with for marks. So, okay, I forgot to give space. So I'm saying that there is something called marks that you are going to make for me. Okay. So this is marks and for marks. So mark instead of marks you can put anything, numbers or subjects. So I'm just going to put in mark, or I'll just put in number, right? Simple number. No, I'll just put in numbers. You can put anything, you can put a blank also, yeah. Like not a normal blank, I'm talking about this. Okay, so now in is the place like in from what we are taking the value. So we are taking the value from x, and now I'm going to start it, and in it I'm just going to print a statement like good marks in, and going to put a comma over here, and I'll type in x. Okay, and now after that, in the end, when all these are complete, when it will just go through all of them, then it will just be like, okay, so now all of these are done, so I'll just go with um, then it will exit from this for loop, and it will print what can we make print after marks. uh, you have a very nice result, right? And I shall just make it result. That makes, and you know what, when we do things like this, it makes our program more understandable to the other person who is just seeing a program for the first time. Okay, so these are some good habits and we should try them. You never know who is going to read their program. So it is saying good marks in, okay, I messed something up. mm, yeah, I kept in x. I needed to put in result. Yeah, now it will be fine. Just put in Python 3 intro command, and now it is saying good marks in maths, good marks in English, good marks in Python. You have a very nice result, and we could just put an emoji on there and something, you make it user friendly, you know. Okay, so it can be, suppose that you have 100,000 contacts saved in your company's database. Okay, like suppose I am running Google. So I want to send everyone a wish for Happy New Year from the Google database. So suppose how much. So all the contacts and everything would be saved in a dictionary. Basically, it's basically in a database, and they'll just use it, the database commands. But that is a bit advanced to talk about right now. So I'll just proceed that suppose that all the names in Google's database are just dictatories. So I'll just print Happy New Year to all the millions of billions or billions of people all over the globe. Happy New Year at the same time. So that's kind of nice, but usually, to speak the truth, there is the values are stored in a database, not a dictatories. If you're talking about a very big um, company called as Google, they have I think I have heard that they have underground 3 to 4 floors full of servers. So it is like, you know what, it's in a list to go there and see the servers. And you know what, only limited people are allowed in there. The most advanced staff and the highly trained engineers who deal with the data. And if you're thinking the persons who maintain the database, no, I don't think that they go in there. But yeah, just talks apart, and let's come back to the topic. So, what more is in this topic? Yeah, so there is something called as a maximum and minimum loops. Well, we don't use it a lot in Python, but someone can ask you this, okay? So I'll just type in here quickly. Well, not quickly, I make a lot of mistakes. I'll type in largest is equal to none. So I told you I'm just going to keep its value none. Okay, and I'm going to print um, before. Okay, and just going to put column over here and a comma over here, and just going to print largest value. Yeah, so I'm just going to print the largest, and now I'll be like um for I don't know the name. Okay, so I'll just write I don't know. For I don't know in a dictionary. Yeah, you can define a dictionary like this also, like in 3, 41, 56, 94, 22, 41, 100, and I'll just put in a 1 over here, so that when I'm just going to run it, you'll just understand what I'm just trying to do. So I'll just go with if largest is none. Oh, is name error, is none, or I'll just put in a or statement, or I don't know, or I don't know is greater than largest. Then we'll go with largest is equal to I don't know, and we are going to exit from this loop, and we are just going to print loop. Just make a heading over here. I'm going to print in an I don't know statement with the largest value. Okay, and it's going to come back out and going to print largest value is largest. Okay, so just let me quickly explain you the code. So it is like I made a largest variable called none, and then I'll just print before largest. Okay, and then I made this variable called I don't know. Okay, and so for I don't know, in the dictionaries 3, 41, 56, 94, 22, 41, 101, if largest is none, so largest is none, so it will just jump onto this loop, and it will be like, yeah, I know that largest is none. So what I need to do, I need to make the largest is equal to I don't know, and I don't know would be 3. and then I'll just print loop. Inside the loop we are, and I don't know, value is 3 and the largest value is also 3, and then we are just going to come back here, boop, jump back on the top, and we are just going to say, yeah, we have the largest value 3, but it is small, but I don't know next value is bigger than our largest value. So I'll just rename it and I'll just type it again, and now I'll just type it again in here and here, but now here in 90, suppose we are having this value 94 of I don't know, and then sorry, of largest, and then I'll come up again, boop, and now it says I don't know is smaller than largest, right? So will just we'll skip this part, and we are just going to come over here and we are just going to print I don't know, which is 22, and largest is still 94. So it is just going to tell us the largest value of it, and in the end it will just tell us the largest value. So I'll just quickly type in Python 3, and yeah, so it's like 3 3 41 41 56 56 94 94, but no 22 of I don't know, it is small, and but still the largest value is 94. It is still small, but the largest value is 94, but as the value turns 100 it also becomes 100, and still it is 1, but it is 100 and the largest value is 100. And for minimum you will just replace this with the small, and just you will just print smallest value. So that is something basic, as small, so you just make it inverse. So that's it according to me for iterations. I don't think something else comes in there. So we talked about basic loops and everything, so I think these are the basic commands of iterations, and I'll see you next time.